This is a question that comes to every producer's mind when producing music. How long should the intro be before I introduce the verse? After how many bars should I build the drop? And most importantly, how long should the track be? So all these questions are getting answered in this video, so let's roll. Welcome back guys. Again, we are back in Logic and we have a blank project to start from the scratch. So let's assume you're ready to spit out that amazing creative idea that you just got in the morning, and you have sat down in front of your door and just ready to start your day, and then you get stuck as to where do I start building the whole song. So here is where Logic comes in very handy to start off with a blank canvas, yet have some kind of markers to give you a leeway before you can start producing music. So if you go into the top left corner over here when all of the channels are present, just click on this little box which has a down arrow, and you have multiple options over here. First one being the arrangement, next one marker, signature and tempo. And this is where song arrangement comes in pretty handy. So let's say you want to build a future garage track and you have an idea in mind, but you want that drone to start off the track and build that story around that idea. So to start off, you go onto the arrangement tab and you click on that plus button and you get an 8-bar intro. Now usually in future garage track or ambient tracks, you have the intro close to about 18 to 16 bars, and that's a good start for any kind of future garage track or progressive ambient or any genre that you're working. But somewhere between 8 to 16 is a perfect intro size. So let's say you have a drone which is lasting for 16 bars and you extend that over here, and you can name it as the intro / drone, let's say, and you have that ready. Now suppose that you want to build up the verse, so you can again click on the plus sign and it will add a verse for 8 bars again right after your intro section, and this comes in really very handy. So let's say a verse is for 8 bars and you want to extend it, but you have an idea which is building up in the chorus section. So again you put a chorus bar which can be between 8 to 16 bars. So I would recommend keeping the chorus to about 16 bars because you have some kind of a hook which catches in electronic music. Like I said in my previous videos, you don't have vocals and you have to build the story around that simple idea that you've got with the help of various VSTs and with the help of repetitive hook lines or bass lines. So it's a good amount of time for the listener to get engrossed in the whole track if you have the chorus between 8 to 16 bars. Next, let's say you want to add a drop because you've had that tension throughout the verse, the chorus, and you've built that drums, the bass lines, and it's getting too heavy, and you want to have a drop which will have some kind of soothing, smooth transition into the second verse or chorus for that matter. So let's add a 4-bar drop. Now here you can see as soon as I add another arrangement bar, I have something called as a bridge. Now Logic has an intelligent way of categorizing the song in a way that usually a song is intro, verse, chorus and bridge, and it's usually used in any kind of genre. But you can choose any of these things or you can rename it as per your liking. So I will add a drop over here, and let's say I want to add another 8 bars of chorus, and over here I would introduce maybe another bass line or another lead line which I would like to add in. So that's where I will have this 16-bar chorus again, and then I would like to transition in the outro section for another 16 bars, and I'll put it over here, and then I'm done with the basic layout of the song that I want to build in the future. Now you can go ahead and color these as per your liking, so let's do that. Now an amazing feature in Logic is that if you close this and you have, let's say, built a chorus for 18 bars and then you have introduced another software track, and then you have added a verse over here, but while working you realize that it's better to have the verse after the drop. Now please notice I just have 2 MIDI regions just for demonstration, but you might have multiple regions and multiple various automations that you've already done, and you are probably in the mixing stage or mastering stage, and that is when you realize that you want the verse to come right after drop. Not a problem, you can go ahead and select the verse tab, shift it to the drop, and all of the regions that are inside that verse will be shifted automatically. How amazing is that? This has helped me a lot while producing my EP as well, because there were a lot of times that I realized that, okay, this chorus might not be fitting well in this part of the whole track. I wanted to shift maybe after the drop or just before the outro, and I had done all of the automations. There were multiple regions, there were multiple audio recordings as well, and I had sliced them, cut them, I had combed them. But this helps me from the get-go. Once I have laid down the arrangement before I start producing, it becomes very, very easy, and that's an amazing feature inside of Logic. There's one little problem, that once you hide the global track settings, the arrangement bar disappears. So you can go ahead and add markers. And that's about it. You have the markers right on the timeline, and it's easier for you to navigate throughout your track. And now that you have laid down the markers and the arrangement, you can bring the project settings down to that very end of the outro, and you can close that marker, and you can see that the whole track now is a good 2 minutes 36 seconds. So in this way, you are able to manage your whole music and have a song arrangement that would work for you. Now if you think that this time frame is a little short, what you can go ahead and do is that you can increase the verse to, let's say, 16 bars, or you can introduce another verse right before the outro or before the chorus. But generally, in any future garage track or progressive ambient track, you have an intro which is about 8 to 16 bars. Then you can introduce a verse or a chorus, again 8 to 16 bars, a drop spanning 4 to 8 bars, verse again 8 to 16 bars, chorus / lead, and transitioning into outro again 8 to 16 bars, and then an outro 8 to 16 bars. And the entire length of the track also depends upon the project tempo that you're working in. So I have 120 BPM, and that is coming about 2 minutes 38 seconds. And let's reduce this to, let's say, 75, super down tempo music, and we have the same length of bars for intro and choruses, drop and verse, but the whole track now spans 4 minutes and 9 seconds. Another quick feature inside of Logic is that, let's say you have a track which is increasing in tempo or decreasing, let's say around verse or drop area. What you can do is that you can add in that tempo change as an automation line, and you will have that feature right from the get-go. So you will have a gradual decrease. So let's say I wanna enter into the verse from the drop from 120 to 110, and I'll have a super gradual transition from the 120 BPM range to 110. That's also a very handy feature inside of Logic, and these markers, global track sections, can become really interesting. Let's say you have a signature that is changing from 4x4 to 3x4. You can go ahead and add in that change over here. And as soon as it hits the verse, the whole project changes to a 3x4. And that becomes super easy. So as you can see, this is 4x4, and then you have 3, 3, 3, 3. That's how easy it is to work in Logic with the arrangement, markers, signatures, and tempo. So go ahead and experiment with the arrangement of your liking, and if you want what I follow as a song arrangement, I'll be saving this as a template and dropping down in the description box below for you guys to download absolutely for free. Okay guys, that about wraps it up for this video. I hope you found this helpful. Let me know in the comments down below if you did. It's always good to hear your thoughts and read your comments. As always, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, and if you like what I do here and want to see much more videos like this, support the channel by subscribing. It goes a long way. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Till then, cheers.